I know not everyone thinks of it this way, including, yes, my fellow Muslims. I'm sure many of them would disagree with me, which is totally fine. But the way I personally see it is that most people, whether you believe in God, capital G-O-D, like Muslims and Jews and Christians and, other monotheistic religions, but there are also many other religions that have similar kinds of concepts around a creator or an entity that is all powerful or all knowing, just, merciful, and so on. And there are also those who just refer to like the universe. The universe brought this into my life. The universe is teaching me this lesson. I personally see all of us as really talking about the same entity, and our concepts around how we think about this entity, our relationship to this entity, what they do for us, and how that works with the world around us. I think those things differ, but I personally am of the mind that we all generally believe in the same entity, like as existing, just that we believe in like describing this entity in different ways. For example, I am constantly coming across people who describe what I would call God or Allah in Arabic as Muslims do. I hear the same sorts of descriptions to an entity they call the universe. But when I listen to actually what they're describing and how they form their relationship to this entity, it's exactly the same thing as what I've learned in Islam. So I personally, Rahimeh, as an individual, I've said in past videos, I am not an Islamic scholar. Please don't quote me as this Muslim online said this thing and therefore all Muslims. No, don't quote me on this. I, Rahimeh, as an individual who is also Muslim, I believe that we are all pursuing a relationship with the same entity, and it's just that we're describing this entity differently. And honestly, I personally don't get hung up on what name the people around me call this entity, right? When I hear the descriptions of what they believe in, I'm like, oh yeah, like a huge portion, if not most of what they're saying completely resonates with my own belief. Just my own little 2 cents.